students, how are you? Students, the day before yesterday, I explained the fourth part of the lesson. Now I am going to explain fifth part of it. The entire staff was roused and maids rushed in and out, bringing his day bed, his night bed, favorite cushions, toys, rubber rings, breakfast bowl, lunch bowl, supper bowl. When Mr. Harriet put Tricky into his car, then entire staff, all servants of Mrs. Pumphrey were ready to serve the dog, and the maids were running inside the house, and after moving inside the house, they came outside the house carrying Tricky's day bed, his night bed, his favorite cushions, toys, rubber rings, breakfast bowl, lunch bowl, supper bowl. Means whole staff, Miss Pumphrey's all servants were engaged in bringing Tricky's luggage. Realizing that my car would never hold all the stuff, I started to drive away. When Mr. Harriet thought that it was impossible to put all Tricky's luggage in his car, then he started driving the car. As I moved off, Mrs. Pumphrey, with a despairing cry, threw an armful of the little coats through the window. When Mr. Harriet started moving, then Mrs. Pumphrey threw an armful of little coats of Tricky into the car through the window. And while she was throwing the coats of Tricky into the car through the window, she was crying with hopelessness. I looked in the mirror before I turned the corner of the drive. Everybody was in tears. Mr. Harriet saying that when he was moving to the other road, when he was turning to the other road, he looked into the mirror. While he looked into the mirror, he looked the image of Miss Pumphrey and her servants. They were all crying. They were all shedding tears. Out on the road, I glanced down at the pathetic little animal gasping on the seat by my side. While he was moving to his clinic, then he looked at the pathetic, miserable little animal who was gasping on the seat by my side, who was opening his mouth in order to take breath, and was sitting just next to Mr. Harriet. I patted the head, and Tricky made a brave effort to wag the tail. After that, Mr. Harriet patted the head of Tricky with sympathy. When he patted his head, then Tricky moved his tail. Tricky moved his tail after making a brave effort. Poor old lad, I said. Then Mr. Harriet addressed Dicky as a poor old lad. You have not a kick in you, but I think I know a cure for you. And he told him, Mr. Harriet told Dicky that he was feeling lazy, he was feeling sick. He knew very well, but he also assured him not to worry, that he knew his cure, he knew how to recover him. Now students, I think you will have understood the meaning of this part of this lesson, and I request you to read and write the explanation which I will provide you in written, and tomorrow I will explain next part of it. Thank you and have a nice day. Sorry.